adding animation to the presentation. It's a lot more fun to watch a Tom and Jerry cartoon film on TV rather than reading a comic book. While watching the film, we are totally engrossed in watching the way they fight with each other. Why is that so? Because the animation captures our attention. Hence, it is a good idea to add a little movement through animation to the presentation. Every movie that is screened in a cinema hall contains the name of the movie and its artist in the beginning. The way this is done is so amazing that our attention is naturally drawn towards the matter. This can be observed especially in comedy films. Even in a presentation, if there is an important message towards which you want to draw everyone's attention and you want your audience to remember it, then you have to design your presentation accordingly. Suppose if you want to give out the message, use water wisely, then which are the points that you shall put forth in your presentation? Importance of water for living things. What is the portion of water on earth? How the salty water is of no use to us. For what and how is water mainly used in daily life? How can we save water? Out of these, which is the most important point? How can we save water? So the presentation of words and pictures related to this topic should be very eye-catching in order to draw people's attention. Isn't that right? When you want to say something important through a presentation, then it is essential that those components appear on the slide distinctly and attractively. Let's use the various options in Animation tab and see what happens. In the Command button Add Animation, options such as Entrance, Emphasis, Exit and Motion Path are some types of animations already given. Let's understand these. Entrance. We can understand from the name itself that this option is used to decide how text or images will enter or emerge on the slide. Some examples are fly-in, checkboard and diamond. Sometimes you may want one message to follow on completion of the earlier one. In such a situation, it becomes necessary to add an entrance effect. Let's use the fly-in effect and see what happens. As mentioned in the previous point, that sometimes you may want one message to follow on completion of the earlier one. You may even want the succeeding message to replace the earlier one. In such a situation, you have to add an exit effect for the messages to leave the slide. You can select from options like fly out, zoom and more from the exit option. Preferably, you should use the same effects for entrance and exit for better coordination. For instance, if you used fly in for entrance, then it will look better if you use fly out for exit. This will improve the effectiveness of your presentation. While making a presentation, if you want the audience to remember certain things, then emphasis option gives various effects to words and images you want to emphasize. With the help of this option, you can increase and reduce the word size. You can have the color of the text also to change. We can also reduce or increase the size of the image. We can change the color of the matter which is important on the slide in order to highlight. Let us now use the option Complementary Color to and watch its effect. If there is a picture showing something important, you may want to enlarge it so that everybody sees it clearly. You can simply use the Shrink Grow option for this. In a presentation, sometimes we want to show the process involved in a subject. We can explain how this process takes place with the help of the motion path. Motion means movement. Suppose if the presentation is on the subject of gravity. In such a case, you need to show that if an object is thrown up in the air, it will fall down to the ground. So it is a good idea to give a motion path to the object. You can give straight, wavy, or zigzag motion paths to the slide components. If you choose the bounce option, your component will bounce like a ball. What fun, isn't it?